big day. Big day. Sunday night, actually. I can't wait for this game, a rematch of opening night. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who I was one of the first. I wasn't the first. I'm not going to sit here and front like I saw something that no one else saw. But I was among those. I was among those few who said at the beginning of the season that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will go to the Super Bowl. That was my prediction in the NFC. I picked them to lose to the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl. And they do look like perhaps the best team in the NFC. So they are playing the New Orleans Saints on Sunday night. Huge game. Of course, the Saints beat them in the opener. We got Rob Parker back, so we're going to get him in here in a moment. But this is the rematch of the opening game, and the Saints did beat the Buccaneers. So Tampa Bay will try to exact some revenge. And, of course, also Antonio Brown, the great Antonio Brown, Hall of Fame bound Antonio Brown, off his 8-game suspensions and really hasn't played. He played one game last year, so really hasn't played in close to 2 years, if not 2 full calendar years. And he will be joining, of course, Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, making his debut on Sunday. Here's what AB said about it. Of course, he's living with Tom Brady until he gets his own spot down in Tampa. But here's what he had to say.
Tom is my boy, one of the greatest leaders to be around. You know, he's encouraging, always inspiring. He brings out the best of the people around him. He wants the best for everyone around him. I mean, he's the greatest quarterback all time. None that I've done in the past matter. And I just learned a lot from him. He's been a great guy in my corner and one of my close friends.
All right, Rob Parker, fresh onto the show. Go ahead, Rob.
I believe Antonio Brown feels that way because this guy has thrown him a life preserver to try to save his career. So I believe Antonio Brown is genuine in where he feels, but I am not buying that Tom Brady is genuine when it comes to Antonio Brown. And this is just my gut, just watching this unfold, watching Tom Brady bend over backwards for a guy who has done as many things possible to sabotage his own career. We all know how great of a player AB is. Tom Brady knows this. Tom Brady and Antonio Brown are the NFL's odd couple. They do not, N-O-T, go together in any circumstance other than Tom Brady wants to use Antonio Brown's talent to try to better cement his legacy and where he fits in. It is not about saving Antonio Brown's life and all the other stuff. It makes for a great story. Look at Tom reaching out for the downtrodden AB, and Tom resurrected his career, and Tom let him stay at his house with his family, and yes, so he can keep an eye on him. Tom Brady wants to use his talent. That's what this is. It's a con job.
Wow.
This ain't about AB.
Wow.
This is about Tom damn Brady. Tom wants to win so desperately, he's made a deal with the devil. And he's
calling AB the devil?
And he's written it, well, I mean, the idea of reaching back to get a guy who has already messed up a number of times, and already Tom Brady spoke out for him in New England, and it didn't last long. And there's a chance that this could blow up in his face as well. But Tom isn't going to look at that way. He's looking at it, how can I stack the deck? How can I help myself look good? AB is a damn good receiver. We all know that. This dude was ticketed for the Hall of Fame and put together probably 6 of the best receiving years we've ever seen for a guy in the NFL. So we know where his talent is. And that's why he's back in the NFL. And yes, Tom Brady's the one. Bruce Arians with his BS. Tom Brady had nothing to do with that, with them signing AB. Boulder Dash, poppycock, nonsense. This is a Tom Brady production, but it ain't about AB. And don't you ever forget that or get it twisted. This is about Tom Brady. This is about his legacy. He will do whatever it takes, even bringing in a questionable guy to live with his family, and I'm going to call him questionable for some of the stuff that he's done, to live with his family so he can keep an eye on him and keep this guy eligible to play and help Tom Brady win a Super Bowl so that he can say, it is me and it ain't Bill Belichick. That's what this is about. This has nothing to do with AB.
Well, that was nice. That was impressive. I see you put a lot of time into that. I see you're proud of yourself.
Very good.
Dusting off your shoulders.
I need a cigarette and some baby oil.
I'll agree with you that on the surface, if you look at Tom Brady and Antonio Brown, it doesn't look like a natural fit. I think that's obvious, right? But here's the thing, and I'll even give you this, Rob. Are there some, I hesitate to call them selfish because I don't mean it in a negative way, but I'll use it because I can't think of another word right now. Are there some selfish motivations in what Tom Brady is doing? Yeah, I would imagine so, but there's selfish motivations in what virtually everybody does. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers want Tom Brady, wanted him, paid him $50 million. Why? Because they got some selfish motivations. They thought he could help win them a Super Bowl. That's why. That's the league. That's the leagues.
I get all that.
They only want, you know this, Rob, you say it constantly, and you're right. They bring in all types of questionable characters. You can't get Colin Kaepernick in the NFL, but you can get wife beaters and,
drug addicts.
Yeah, all these types of guys. Why? Because the coach, the GM, the other players got selfish ambitions. So I'm not going to dismiss what you said in that regard, but I'm also not going to kill Tom Brady for being like most people. I do think too, Rob. Now, again, I'm not saying he just has some fondness, for AB and he just loves AB and that's his boy. How could he be? How well can they even know each other? Let's keep it real, right? And it's not going to be the connection like a LeBron James might have with a Carmelo Anthony when they both grew up in the hood in tough situations, and they got that similar
played together,
bond. Right.
AAU.
Yeah,
against each other. They were in the same draft. There's
so
a lot of
even
connections.
If they didn't
There's no
know
connection.
each other, if they didn't know each other that well, just the backgrounds. They're both black in a country that's been historically racist. They both came up hard in the hood. I get that. We don't have that here. But I will say this. Brady loved Randy Moss. Brady wanted Chad Johnson. Brady had Corey Dillon. Like, Brady, you play football,
Chris,
your whole life. You're going to be around brothers, that you might not have had a similar upbringing to them, but they're your teammates. You get to know them. They're great players, and you bond. I just think that's all this is. I don't think it's a negative thing.
AB is in a different class than those guys you mentioned, and Randy Moss didn't do anything on the scale.
Not illegal, but he did. He was viewed as a problem player. So was Corey Dillon and Chad Johnson, right?
Not at this rate, Chris. They weren't suspended. Were they suspended by the league? I don't remember.
No,
Randy.
but I'm just saying they still. You're right. They weren't nearly. I mean, he's being accused of being a criminal.
That's what. Okay, I'm just saying, they're not on that level. All I'm saying
I
is,
give you that, but they were also guys you would look at, Rob, and say, what in the world do they have in common with Tom Brady?
But this is a guy
and they've been problem guys here and there.
But he already bit Tom Brady. Tom Brady went to bat in New England. He showed up and had a cup of coffee and a sweet roll in New England,
and it worked.
No, but
you're blaming Tom Brady because he wants a great player?
No,
He's supposed to apologize for that?
I just don't think that he has AB's best intentions at hand. This is about Tom Brady, and that's the argument.
He don't
I'm
have
making.
his best.
No, this is about Tom Brady.
I'll give you that. Brady is a lot of it. He's looking at, hey, this is a great guy that can help us win. No doubt.
No,
if
help him win. Help him win.
His team.
No, it's about Tom Brady. It's about him.
Well, that's you. That's your opinion.
Right.
I think it's about him trying to win a Super Bowl for himself and his team. Is this show about you? Yeah. Is this show about me? Yeah. But I also want us to thrive as a team. I mean, come on. You acting like everybody else is Mother Teresa? Because Tom Brady wants to get the shine from winning a 7th Super Bowl, he should be castigated? I mean, and the other thing, I don't care how much I want to get out of a dude. If I don't trust him to some degree, if I don't like him to some degree, he ain't living in my crib. He just not. And so I just think that shows, I think he generally has a fondness for him, nothing special, nothing, there's no great bond there, but I think he generally must have some type of fondness for him. Let him stay in his house. Would you do that, Rob?
I just think he needs to watch him, and he's making sure that he could get through the season. And that's my.
Well, I don't know that he's going to stay with him for the whole season.
Well,
isn't it just until he gets, on his feet?
Well, I just think that's what it is, so that they could get through that, and we'll see.
But could that be good
out.
for AB too? If that's what AB needs, I mean, I hope he don't need that as a grown man. But his past has shown that maybe he could benefit from something like this. So it's an interesting point you make. I just think, everybody's got some selfish motives. I'm not going to kill Tom Brady or any other player for saying, yo, this dude is great. He can help us win. Let's get him in here. And I'll try my best to work with him. What did LeBron say about J.R. Smith? I got him. I know he done caused all types of problems. I got him. He can help us win. I'm killing Tom Brady for that. Is Tom Brady got selfish motives for reaching out to AB?
All right, let's start with Jawan in Colorado. You're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
Hello. Hey, guys. How are you?
Doing
What's
good,
up, man? How are you?
All right, I'm doing fantastic. Well, yeah, guys, I would have to agree with Rob on this. There's a striking difference in a player of Tom Brady's caliber winning 6 Super Bowls, bringing on a player that has defective character versus a team, an organization that does it. Those are two entirely different things. Brady has nothing to prove. So by, masquerading this whole thing of AB being his boy and staying in his house, I think it's completely self-serving. And I want to make one more
So
point.
You said Brady has nothing to prove. Why would he do this just to win?
Well, guys, let me explain that. He has nothing to prove in terms of winning in his status as a quarterback, but he is trying to prove his independence from Bill Belichick.
Yes.
And I am a firm believer, guys. Please let me get this out because you got to keep it moving. Please let me get these couple points out.
Go ahead.
He's trying to get establish his independence from Bill Belichick. I am a firm believer that a system makes a pocket passing quarterback. I tried to express this point to you guys last time before I got shut down, but a pocket passing quarterback is completely reliant upon a system and can never be the best quarterback, in my opinion. Guys,
all
keep
the
in mind,
great quarterbacks to this point have pretty much been pocket passers. You want to mention Elway, Steve Young, they ran a little bit. Rodgers runs a little bit. But, come on. Yeah, you need a good system to win, but why ain't Belichick won without Brady? He won 41% of his games before he got Tom Brady. So stop it. All right. Who else we got, Rob?
Nate in Austin, Texas. You're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Nate?
Hey, guys. Thanks for taking my call. I have to agree with Rob here, as I usually do. 100% selfish move by Tom Brady here just to rub it in on Belichick. Same situation in New England. Stayed at his crib up in New England.
Yep.
He's going to try to do it down in Tampa Bay just to rub Belichick's nose in it.
Just to rub Belichick's nose in it or just to win? Huh?
I think we lost him.
You mad? We mad at the dude because he's bringing on a great player to win. Okay, I get it.
Chris, I'm going to say this. When AB first got released, you didn't think he would play again. You didn't. I remember you being like anti that he had
I thought he had
forfeited
burnt
his
all the
chance.
bridges.
Right.
Yeah,
I remember you being anti him even coming back in the league, or who would give him a chance.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a different situation. Like,
No, I'm just
obviously
saying.
they're giving him a chance. But my point is, yeah, Tom Brady wants to win the Super Bowl. He thinks AB can help him, so he's bringing him down there. And even if he's letting him stay in his house to, keep an eye on him, he's trying to win.
Andre in Dallas, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Andre?
Oh, okay. Well, first I was going to say, it's amazing after your take, Rob, that you would play the Deuce of Hazzard, with that history.
What are we talking about?
But anyway, Rob, I had to say, man, your take was foul, man. I'm not a Tom Brady fan. I'm not a big Tom Brady fan, but everybody does it, man. If you want to win,
that's what I'm saying.
But because we got to look at the elephant in the room, the white and black thing, man. Come on, man. Tom Brady is putting his career and his reputation on the line, and let this dude stay in his house. He wants to win just like everybody else, man. And it is self-serving, but at the same time, all he's trying to do is win.
Okay.
And
Andre, we appreciate you. Thank you. Let's squeeze in Mark from Sacramento. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Mark?
Hold on, Mark. Hold
on. Don't say anything.
What's going on, gentlemen?
Man, that's right on the money, man.
Okay.
That is right the money.
I'll get right to it. Of course, he's doing it for himself. He ain't doing this for AB. Now let's separate those two. Ain't got nothing to do with how he feels. It's his buddy. I agree with that. But with this dude is the NFL diva devil. He just made a deal with the diva devil. And I guarantee you, he's in that house because Bruce Arians said, all right, I'm going to do this, but you babysit his ass.
That's
right.
right.
I don't want nothing to do with him. That's what I think happened.
Well, here's the thing,
Mark,
though.
spot on.
And I'll say this, because it could go wrong. Like, people are like, can it go wrong? And a lot of people, and I'll even lean this way, no, because you know what? If AB acts up, you cut him. If he so much is late to game one, you cut him. And it don't hurt. But, Rob, where it could, that even a situation like that could hurt, and I'd like to hear your opinion on this, is if, let's say something happened with AB, they did cut him. Do the other players, do Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, all the other receivers, do they feel like, does that sour things? Because Brady brought him in.
Yeah, now you coming back to us. Now you want us because your boy flamed out. You know what I mean? Like, it could have a negative effect.
Be interesting, yeah.
Or salty, right? Like, people could be salty. Oh, now you want to throw the ball to us because your boy got ziggied out of the league again.
Well, and look, AB might get 2 targets, Sonny. We'll see. But I get what you're saying. Like, that's a possibility. You just got to, throw it out there. Guys are human. They could feel slighted, right? And if it doesn't work out, they could be upset. All right.